friends, it's Jenny, and I'm getting ready to create my first layout with my August 2025 Collection Obsession Kit. As a reminder, I have decided to use the Say Cheese Classic Pooh Birthday Collection to document my granddaughter's first birthday. It was a Winnie the Pooh theme. So first off, I found a sketch that I think I'd like to use, and this is from July 2025 page maps, and I am doing one photo. It's a little bigger than 4x6, but I liked how this sketch looks, and it's actually going to be documenting her birthday invitation. So I've got the invite, and I have gone ahead and just put a sticky note there to cover up, you know, personal details. We don't need those out on the interwebs, but this was the invite that was sent of Josie, and there you can see it's just the Winnie the Pooh images. So with that sketch that I've picked a couple of 6x8 papers. I really want to, because I like the papers in the collection so much, I'm gonna try to really incorporate 6x8s a lot in this so that I can use the 12x12s as they are. We'll see how it goes. It's just a thought, and this is the first layout. So, but I've got the tag paper. Now in this, because it's kind of a mini collection, you don't get a full tag paper in the collection kit. You only get, I think there's a row of 5 in them with some 3x4 cards. So this has way more tags than the actual collection kit does. The back is just a nice grid pattern. I pulled out the balloon paper. On the back of this is the party polka dots. I pulled this one out with just all the numbers, so you know, first birthday. The back of this is just a nice orange gingham. And then I also pulled out this balloon one where it has Winnie the Pooh in there. I don't know if any of them will get used, but these are my choices. I can always grab my 6x8 paper if I want to. I've got enamel dots. I've got the bits and pieces here. I pulled my balloon die. This is something that I got in an Echo Park warehouse sale a while ago, but I figured this would be perfect. So in the sketch, you will see that it has like circles coming down here. And basically I thought if I could make those circles into balloons, that would be perfect. So I've got this. I've got the self-adhesive brads. I have got the page pieces. I've got the big pieces. And I've got the foam classic titles. Now on this, it's a party would work great. It would work great to use You're Invited. It would work great party time. I mean, it's just like, oh my goodness, are you kidding? We've got, look at the little streamers and balloons. So lots of fun stuff to use here. And then the larger strip of paper, I was thinking of using this. We'll see, right? We'll see. The back of this is a beautiful check paper with that teal paper. This is the Celebrating You paper. But I was thinking this, it goes nice against the photo. I just thought, you know, with the, so the band would be here, and then we'd have balloons coming down here. It just, I thought it looked cute. I've also pulled some cardstock that I'm going to keep with these papers. They don't all match every single paper, but they match great. Now I also have white cardstock that I can use obviously at any time, but this one I pulled, it's from Basil, and it's called Stonewash. Here's a white piece. I have got some yellow, always goes great with Winnie the Pooh. This is again from Basil, and it's called Cornmeal. It's got those dots on there. Another cornmeal. And then this one I've already, oh wait, let's see. This is Basil Poolside. So just a couple of examples of cardstock that I have pulled in here. So I've got my photo, I've got my papers, I've got my sketch. Let me go ahead and get to work on my first layout using my August Collection Obsession Kit. Now, I'm just going to give you a little peek at a photo here to show you what I've got to work with this month, and you're going to look at that. That was from her photo shoot with her birthday cake smash. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So cute. But I'm a Grammy, and of course I'm saying she's cute. She's mine. So let me go ahead and get to work, and I'll come back and show you what I come up with. Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I'm here to show you my completed layout. The first layout I did with my August collection obsession kit, which is Pooh Birthday from Simple Stories. As a reminder, I was inspired by this sketch from the July 2025 page maps. And what inspired me was the column here, which I initially said I was going to use some balloons. I did keep my balloon dies in with my kit so that I can use them at some point this month, because I do think it's a great addition. I went a different way though. I did use this center, however, I went all the way across. I did cut a circle here, you'll see in a moment. I have decorations down here and then some streamers down here. Let me go ahead and show you what I did. It came together so much quicker than I thought, and that's because when I picked up my papers, I ended up using the white background, and I did use the streamer paper. Now what made it so quick was I ended up going into the big pieces, and that's where I got the balloons, the title. I got this Winnie the Pooh from there with Piglet in the banner, and the large streamers that you see on here all came from there as well. So basically, I didn't use any of the regular bits and pieces or the page pieces. These are big pieces and some foam. I used the foam streamers that were on there. So there's 3 foam streamers. I used the 6x8 pad to back this photo. This was the blue paper that had Winnie the Pooh and all the balloons. I just flipped it to the yellow side. This I cut from a 6x8 paper using a 2-inch punch to get that first laid out here. And then I strategically used this flower from the big bits pieces to cover up the other numbers that were there. I did use some of the enamel brads, 3 of them, so happy birthday. I did more streamers and then just a nice red one here, and enamel dots. So I've got my enamel dots sprinkled in 3 places as well. From the sticker sheet, I only actually used these 2 sayings. So honest to goodness, this came together as I put the base together, and then I started to go through the ephemera. I just so happened to pick the big bits first because I wanted to grab these balloons. This was in there, and I thought, yeah, we're getting ready to, this is her birthday invitation. We're getting ready for the party. And it just so happened that these other pieces were in there. I had selected this 6x8 paper to use in some way, so I did just cut out that number 1, and things just fell together. I like it. I think one thing I would change maybe is some less streamers. But that's where I said I kind of changed my mind. There was that stack of like circles here. I ended up using those balloons and followed by different streamers falling down. If anything, I would maybe just get rid of these. I don't know. As well as these might be too close together. I don't know. It's, when you're scrapbooking, you change your mind, and that's okay. It's going in in Josie's scrapbook. So we'll see. We'll see if I take some of these off. Now I won't be able to take off the puffies because they would rip the paper. But let me see what I think of just taking. It's like, do you remember years ago how they said, you would look in the mirror and the last thing that you see, like turn around quickly, and the last thing that you see, get rid of, because that's, you want the attention to be drawn to your face. And if something is drawing the attention from your face, so I don't know if that was just a silly thing or what. What if I move this one here? Well, let's get rid of it and see what I think. But then it'll be 4, and we don't want 4. So I do think I'll put the red one back somewhere so that it makes it 5. I was just thinking it was maybe a little too busy, and it's not like I won't be able to use streamers in another layout. So let's see. little sticky left behind. Is that where we had the red one previously? What if so we've got the yellow. I might have to add more sticker on it later. I think I like that a little better. Just getting rid of the two, and I'll just peel the sticky off the back of these and put it back in with the ephemera, but I think I like that a little better. Not as busy. Again, if I try to take these off, yeah, these babies are not coming off. How come they don't make that with all their stickers, right? All the thickers, whatever Simple Stories is doing with these puffies, right on. It works great. But anyway, this is the first layout that I made. Thank you for spending your time with me. I do appreciate it. I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.